Hi and hello, I am Athena Pondian here. Welcome to the Anatomy for the Biomedical Engineers classroom once again. Today I am going to start a new unit, that is a respiratory system. Here we are going to see what is the need of this particular respiratory system and what are the parts involving this particular respiratory system, what is the function of each and every parts, everything we are going to see in this particular unit. Come, let me start the class, that is a respiratory system. Respiration is nothing but inspiring of oxygen and expiring of carbon dioxide. That is, inspiring of oxygen in the atmosphere. Oxygen is not only the gas present in it. There are so many number of gases are present in the atmosphere. That particular atmospheric gases will be inhaled by our human body. That particular atmospheric air, from the atmospheric air, the respiratory system extract the oxygen only. At the same time, that particular oxygen is help for each and every cells of the human body. That is why our circulatory system's main function is it will circulate the blood. What is the reason of circulation? The blood carries the oxygen. That oxygen will be reached all over the human body cell. That oxygen will be come from this particular respiratory system. So inhaling of oxygen is not correct. Inhaling of atmospheric air, that from the atmospheric air, this respiratory system extract the oxygen. In that particular oxygen only supply to the blood to reach all over the body. So this respiratory system play a main vital role. Without this respiratory system, the oxygen should not be supplied to all over the body. Parts of the respiratory system. Of course, we know that there are so many parts are required to extracting the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. That particular parts are play a main vital role. Each and every parts of the respiratory system play a main vital role for this extraction. Then only the oxygen will be clearly extracted from the atmospheric air. Okay, so the initial part, that is the first part of the respiratory system. The first part is we need to inspire the atmosphere air. The atmospheric air is in around all around the earth. That particular air will be inspired by the two regions. One is from the nose and one is from the mouth. So these two important regions that will inspire the atmospheric air. Through this only the atmospheric valve will be entered. So the first part is nose and the mouth. Okay, then from the nose. From the nose, the cavities, the two different cavities are started. The two unique cavities are started. That cavities are called the nasal cavity. That cavities are called the nasal cavity. That nasal cavity consists of so many hairs on it. That particular hairs will protect the unwanted things will enter into the nose. The numerous hairs are present in the walls of the nose, that is at the starting of the nasal cavity. That particular nasal cavity hairs will protect the unwanted things entering into the human respiratory system. It will protect the unwanted thing entering into it. Okay, then the inspired air will reach the nose and the mouth, and from the nose it will reach the nasal cavity. This is the second part. Then from the mouth and the nasal cavity, the starting point, the meeting point is nothing but the pharynx. That is called as a throat. The throat. This third part is the nose, nasal cavity and the pharynx. And then it will reach larynx. Larynx is the voice box. And then from the larynx, it will reach the windpipe. It will reach the narrow windpipe. That is around 11 centimeter. That is around 11 centimeter. That is around 11 centimeter. Okay. That is called as a trachea. That particular trachea will divide two branches. That is called as a bronchi. From the bronchi, that is trachea is divided into bronchi. The bronchi enter into the wind bag, that is air bag, that is called as the lungs, a pair of lungs. This lungs is covered by the two layered. That particular layer is called as a pleural layer. That particular is called as the pleural layer. In between the two layers of the lungs, we have the fluid called the pleural fluid. They called the pleural fluid. The trachea divides into two branches called the bronchi. From the bronchi, there are so many sub-branches are there, or called as the bronchioles, or called as the bronchioles. From the bronchioles, at the end of the bronchioles, there are so many cluster of tissues. It's considered as air sacs. It's considered as air sacs. In the air sacs, there are so many minute tissue are present. That is called as alveoli. That is called as alveoli. There are over 3 million alveoli present in each lung. There are 3 million alveoli present in each lung. That alveoli itself, it will exchanging the or it will extracting the gases. We'll see in the function itself. Okay. So the parts is after the air sacs we have alveoli. Then from the alveoli, capillaries. There are so many blood vessels are called the capillaries. So the parts is a nose, mouth, nasal cavity, pharynx, that is nothing but a throat, larynx, that is nothing but the voice box, and then it will enter into the windpipe. That is 11 centimeter long windpipe, that is called as a trachea. From the trachea, we have two branches called the bronchi. That particular bronchi entering into the air bags, that is called the lungs. A pair of lungs is present in the chest region. That particular lungs is covered by the two layer, that is called as the pleural layer. In between the pleural layer, we have a fluid called the pleural fluid. Then come to the parts. Then after the bronchi, we have sub branches are called the bronchioles. That particular bronchioles consist of so many air sacs. Inside the air sacs, there are over 3 million alveoli present in each lung. Then next to the alveoli, we have the capillaries. So this is the starting and ending of the parts of the respiratory system. The respiration starts from the nose and the mouth. We are just inspiring the atmospheric air. It will enter into the mouth and nose. From the nose, it will reach the nasal cavity, that is atmospheric air. In the atmospheric air is filtered by the hairs present in the nasal cavity. So that particular hairs will remove all the dust over the atmospheric air. So only the atmospheric air will be entering into the nasal cavity. And then once the nasal cavity absorb the air, atmospheric air, then it will pass into the pharynx, and then it will reach larynx, and then it will reach the windpipe, that is called as the air pipe also we can say as this. That is called as a trachea. That trachea is arranged in a disc shaped, like this it will arrange. Like this it will arrange. This arrangement is especially for If in case some of the unwanted things will be entering into the nasal cavity, even though we have having the hairs, some of them will be penetrating the hairs and entered, that particular unwanted things will be filtered by this arrangement in the trachea. This trachea is elastic in nature. This trachea is elastic. It can able to contract and relax. Okay, so then only the air will be entering in easily into the lungs. Okay, then this particular trachea is made up of disc shaped. That disc shaped is also filtered some of the unwanted things present in the atmospheric air. So the second filtration happens in the trachea. Then that particular consumed atmospheric air will be equally distributed to the two bronchi. That is the next job of the trachea. After the filtration, once it reaches this part, here the equal distribution of atmospheric air will be happen. So 50% of the inspired air will be sending to the left lung, 50% of the air will be moving to the right lung. Okay, this is what happened. Then once the air will be distributed to the lungs, then that air will pass into the bronchioles. So bronchioles is the sub branches of the bronchi. At the end of the bronchioles, we have the cluster of tissues are there. Okay, that tissues are called as the air sacs. So inspired air, all the inspired air will be saved in the air sacs. Inside the air sacs, we have so many alveoli are present. So many alveoli are present. Each and every alveoli is absorbed small amount of atmospheric air. Okay, that particular absorbed alveoli, the atmospheric air in the alveoli, this alveoli will do some of the function, will extract only the oxygen from the atmospheric air. That is a very important thing. Unbelievable things. That is a God-made things. Like a factory, this alveoli absorb the atmospheric air from the air sacs. During the absorption, the extraction happens. This alveoli absorb only the oxygen. It will remove all the other parts. It will extract only the oxygen from the air sacs. That oxygen will be saved in the alveoli itself. Okay, then that saved oxygen will be transferred to the capillaries. In the capillaries, we have so many bloods. Particular blood is a deoxygenated blood. In the circulatory system, we studied a pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood. It will reach the lungs for the purification. We already crossed over, right? That deoxygenated blood will reach these capillaries. So alveoli already saved oxygen. Before it sent the oxygen to the deoxygenated blood, this alveoli extract the carbon dioxide and other unwanted things present in the blood also. So it will extract some of the unwanted things from the blood. Once it absorbs all the unwanted things from the blood, the deoxygenation is converted. Then the saved oxygen in the alveoli will entering into it will send it to the oxygen, that is a blood. Then the deoxygenation is converted into the oxygenation. So that oxygenated blood in the capillaries, it will reach the pulmonary vein. Okay, so this is what happens in every time. So the inspired oxygen will reach the alveoli. From the alveoli, the extraction happens. There are two different types of extraction. The atmospheric air, from the atmospheric air, the oxygen will be extracted, and from the deoxygenated blood, the deoxygenation will be extracted. That is carbon dioxide and other thing will be extracted. So two processes will be done by the alveoli. Once the extraction of all the other things from the blood, then the saved oxygen will be sent to the capillaries, that is blood. That blood oxygenation will move to the pulmonary vein. That's all about today's class. We are crossed over the respiratory system structure and function. In the next class, we are going to see something deeper, not in the anatomy deeper. We are just going to deeper what is the amount of inspiration required and what is the amount of expiration required and what are all the volumes that is present in the lungs and everything you're going to see in the next class. Thank you.